So my name is Lewis Pacelli, I'm from FoodBev Media and I'm with Dilhan Fernando and Moshy Cohen. Dilhan is with Dilmah C and Moshy is with Beverage Partners International. Thank you both for joining me. Firstly, we're at Seattle Paris 2022. Dilmah T has got absolutely wonderful stand. How did both Dilmah T and BPI come together in this partnership?
It was a natural progression, I guess. We connected Moshy and us. For us, we were looking to the future, and so taking tea beyond the tea bag, beyond the loose leaf tea, into these beautiful bottles, while respecting our founding principles. That was it.
I'm familiar with the brand Dilmah for many years, and I always respected the brand Dilmah. And I understood that Dilmah is a kind of a diamond that if you bring it to the RTD category, the ready-to-drink category, it can explode. And we see it over here in Seattle. People really respect the brand. People really like to just stand here around to get the feel of Sri Lanka, of Ceylon, and the Dilmah family. So for us we love the brand, and we are really proud to work with Dilhan and his team.
You mentioned about the family of Dilmah and the family values that the brand has. Talk to me a little bit more about the origins of Dilmah.
My father is the founder of Dilmah, and when he started Dilmah, there were no other genuinely producer-owned tea brands. And so he was genuinely a disruptor. And as a tea grower, to take his tea grown, picked, perfected, and packed at source was very important, because it meant the authentic but also the most genuinely ethical tea, because it means that all the revenue from the product comes back to Sri Lanka. And Sri Lanka at the time was a post-colonial economy. It was struggling, suffering. I mean, of course, we are still a less developed country, and so we need the benefit of everything we produce, and tea is our most prized possession. And so my father's philosophy was to offer the finest tea with integrity, because when you make a promise to a customer that this is going to be the finest tea, that it is pure Ceylon, it needs to maintain the purity of origin. It has to be single origin. It has to be fresh. It has to be rich in natural goodness. And we have to share our earnings with the less fortunate, because every business has an obligation to do that, because there's no other way. You have to be ethical. If not, you become a parasite. And that is exactly, all of that is represented in these bottles.
And Moshy, you earlier were talking about your visits to Sri Lanka and the tea farm in Sri Lanka with Dilmah. Talk to me a little bit more about that experience.
First of all, it's amazing. It was an amazing visit. I recommend everyone to visit Sri Lanka. Beautiful country, amazing people. And for me, the biggest takeaway from the visit was when you come to the Dilmah offices, people talk with you with passion about their social impact. So the social impact is not only by Dilhan or the company that make a wire transfer and they don't even know about it. That's not the story. They managed to integrate the whole organization into the social impact. So everyone in the organization, first of all, talk with you about the English schools that they do, about the way that they take care of education of the unfortunate people, the way that the company take care of the employees, the people on the front line, the people that handpick the leaves, the people that work in the facility. So after being there for 2-3 days, it's just amazing, because now you want to be part of it. And this is what I think we all feel in Beverage Partners International. We are proud to be part of it, because when you deal with Dilmah, suddenly it's become part of your DNA. You think about social impact, and I think that the impact that Dilmah is doing is not only in Sri Lanka. It's a global impact, because now you have 110 countries with distributors. They buy Dilmah, they sell Dilmah, they know the Dilmah story, it touched them. So I think that what Mr. Fernando did by integrating the social impact into the brand is amazing. And I think he got some awards for that, no? It's something like, you don't find things like that.
speaking of awards, Dilmah Tea won Best Infusion/Botanical Drink at the World Beverage Innovation Awards. How did that recognition get received from the team at Dilmah?
Fantastic. We are thrilled because, first of all, it's been a labor of love for us. Moshy talked about how he has become a part of our family, but it has meant that in order to capture all of that in the drink that we produce, in the tea that we produce, we had to spend a lot of time, because respecting tea requires that we ensure that the volatiles, that the flavor, the texture, the characteristics of tea are preserved. So of course we bring it into harmony with whether it is jasmine or white peach, but we bring it in harmony with the combination, but respecting tea is important to us. And so for that, it wasn't just a conventional development. Typically you can take a little bit of powder from someone, take a little bit of flavor with someone, come up with a nice brand and put it out, but that's not possible, because for us the style must be matched with the substance, and unless you maintain the integrity of your product proposition, of your tea proposition, the integrity, the quality, the taste, the goodness, the ethics. So protecting the goodness, for example, meant that we had to use hand-picked tea leaves. We had to extract on the tea gardens to make sure that the natural antioxidant goodness, which is good for immune health, good for heart disease, good for so many thousands of things that people drink tea for. Remember, tea was first born as a medicine going back 5,000 years ago. And so today, for us to offer a tea, we had to do it with integrity. And so our collaboration has been based on spending the time to make sure that we respect the tea, because if we don't deliver that taste and goodness and the ethics to our customer, then we are falling short of my father's expectation. But this product captures it all. So the Beverage Innovation Award was awesome because it really validated everything we did. Thank you.
Moshy, earlier you were speaking about sort of the beverage market and how Dilmah stands out as being specialists in tea. How would you compare Dilmah to its competitors in the market?
Let's talk about the bigger perspective. Let's look at consumer trends. And I think that all of us feel that consumers are expecting authentic brands. We as consumers, we want to make sure that we consume stuff which is not too commercialized. We don't want to consume products that are heavily processed. We are looking for craft beverages. We are looking for craft beers. We are looking for during COVID, people started to cook again. So people like to buy fresh foods and cook them again. Dilmah, we didn't have to create we had no marketing sessions. We didn't add, the idea was don't touch, don't spoil. Because the Dilmah values are simply there. I mean, the values that Mr. Fernando created or brought into the company or educate his team, and it's being delivered through the brand, is the today's consumer trends. So minimal process, that everything, when you drink Dilmah iced tea, the tea leaves are being extracted by hand, one by one we call it. The tea extract are being brewed extracted between 24 hours. We don't touch the product. It's no preservatives, of course. Our PET bottle is a aseptic fill, no preservatives. The glass bottle is hot fill, no preservatives, nothing artificial. I mean, we stay as close as we can to the nature of Sri Lanka. So talking about consumer trends that are looking for authentic brands, I mean, it's just there. Don't touch it. So that was our state of mind when we started to deal with the Dilmah iced tea. Don't touch it. Stay close to what has been done already, and bring it to the consumers around the world.
We're here at CL Paris 2022. It's the final day of the expo. What sort of feedback have you received across the 5 days?
We've had incredible feedback because, first of all, tea is trending. People are looking for more natural, immune boosting, it's wellness that tastes good. And that's exactly what we offer here. But also they're looking for products where you can really claim authenticity, where you can look for the authenticity. That means, for example, in our teas, when you taste a light and a bright tea, that is the influence of sunshine, the intensity is the influence of soils, and so on. And so that fingerprint of nature that is on every tea, and also the artisanal aspect, these are things that consumers really value, and customers that we've met and prospective customers have all appreciated that. As Moshy said, it's been a tough 30 plus years that we've been trying to build this brand, because my father insisted you never compromise on your founding principles, and our founding principles are quality and integrity. But what we are seeing now is that everything that the consumer is asking for is perfectly aligned with everything that we as a family brand, not only serving humanity but offering authenticity, purity, goodness, etc. It is perfectly aligned with each of these characteristics.
And if consumers want to try Dilmah tea for themselves, where can they drink their first Dilmah tea if they haven't already done so?
Well, they can buy it online, and it's also available. So we've launched Dilmah iced tea in Singapore, it's launched in Malaysia, in Georgia, and we've got at least 5 territories that are coming up. So the rolling out is going on. It's just the development took a long time, because for us, again, it was not to be compromised, those principles, and good things take time.
Thank you very much for both of you for joining me, and hope you enjoy the last day in Seattle.